Hi Cancer, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to do a past, present, future reading for you. And since I have to pull so many clarifiers on these because they cover such a wide swath of time, I tend to pull the cards first and then just go over them on this particular type of reading. So you probably can see I have a lot of little clarifier cards on here. So I'm going to start with your base reading at the past, talk about your clarifiers, and then move forward. And I will talk about what's on the bottom of the deck as well. So in the past, it looks like Cancer that you may have manifested someone or wanted to manifest someone. In fact, there are two cards here that represent Gemini, so it may have been a Gemini that you are interested in, but you manifested some kind of, person that you had feelings for. In fact, somebody you may have wanted to have a serious relationship with, live with, or marry. It looks like it did not work out because we have the Three of Swords on the bottom here. So I don't know if you got so far as being in a relationship with them, but it ended. It's interesting because I have the King of Wands from one deck and the Queen of Wands from the clarifying deck. And the Queen of Wands comes out in your future as well. So it looks like you guys may have been either equally attracted to each other or vibrationally matching. So I'm not sure why exactly this did not work out in the past. I did almost get the feeling from some of your clarifiers in the present and future this potentially might be a work situation. Maybe you worked with this person. So it doesn't have to be a Gemini. It just happened to be that the Magician and the Lovers was out here prior to the failing of the relationship. But looks like you manifested love or manifested somebody you thought you had feelings for. Didn't work out. Looks like you guys were kind of perfectly matched or equally attracted to each other. So not sure what happened there, but moving to your current energies, it looks very much like you are holding back, controlling yourself, potentially from new love, because I have the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, and the Ace of Wands. And so the Nine of Wands was actually clarified by the Emperor. So that's, really sort of blocking, taking charge, controlling yourself, and then Ace of Wands came out. So there may be some kind of new love that you're really holding off on. Maybe it's because you saw feelings for this person in the past. Could be this person coming back around. But it's interesting, after I had that thought, that I went to clarify the Five of Swords, which is conflict. It can be head games, it can be gossip, but it's generally an energy of conflict. I asked if this was the person from the past, and then the Six of Cups came out in reverse. This is not wanting to revisit the past, and death. So it feels like whoever this person is in the past that you maybe tried to have a relationship with and it didn't go anywhere, you are, not only are you blocking new love, you're potentially also blocking that past person. It causes you too much stress, or there's too much conflict associated with that. I did have a Devil out here. And this is interesting because the Devil got clarified by the Devil, and this happened in someone else's reading, and I'm pretty sure, I think it was Leo. So this may be a Leo you're dealing with, or you may have strong Leo in your chart. Double Devil, this kind of, with this King and Queen of Wands here and the Queen of Wands in the future, this feels like just a lot of sexual attraction. And here's where I got that your past person, that you may work together, because the Ten of Pentacles came out, and then the Five of Swords again, like work conflict. Or this could also be one person wants a long-term relationship, the other person does not, so that's where the conflict comes from. But a lot of sexual energy, a lot of obsessive energy, potentially toxic energy with the Devil and the Five of Swords. But it's interesting because Judgment, Magician, and the Nine of Cups came out. You may have you may feel like this person, and this feels like the past person, the Queen of Wands, you may feel like either this person is manipulative and sort of all out for themselves, and you've awakened to that, or you may feel like in some ways this person is wish fulfillment and you still kind of want to manifest them. There's just a very strong energy of attraction and feeling like they're your equal, basically. So I think there's almost like this tendency, like I think behind the scenes, like, no, it's over. well, they're kind of still hot and I kind of still want them. A little bit of that energy. Or it could be that you just awaken to the fact that they are toxic, all about themselves. So I think that could be read either way. And so there might be two sets of Cancer people that, are kind of split, on that particular point. But in the future, kind of if you get past this current energy of holding back from new love, saying this past love is dead, but still kind of like a lot of sexual or obsessive energy and in that going on. It looks like in the future, you're going to continue to temper yourself. The High Priestess and Temperance. The High Priestess is kind of going within. You may be also holding back and trying to trust your intuition on something, or trusting your intuition on something. So maybe tempering this devil energy, if that's you, really listening to your intuition that maybe this is a toxic person. So the Hangman, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. This could be holding off on putting work into something. It can be going deep within and working on yourself, or it could be hanging back from something because it's at work. And that's another reason why I thought maybe this was a work relationship that you were dealing with. Queen of Wands came out again. Obviously, the person you have chosen to hold back from is the Queen of Wands. So where this Ace of Wands goes, I'm not sure, but this Queen of Wands is who you continue to hold back from. The fact that she's still in your future is another reason why I think you may work with this person, or it's just somebody that you cannot not see, basically. I asked if you, because she comes out as the Queen of Wands twice. The Devil is here. There's this Five of Swords twice, and that could be somebody who has a lot of options too, has a lot of people fighting for them. And the Queen of Wands is kind of considered that sexy, of all the court cards, kind of the sexy court card. I asked if you thought she was a hoe. She, he, it's not gender specific. So this person who's the Queen of Wands, they are a hoe, and the Queen of Cups came out. I don't think that's why she comes out as the Queen of Wands. I think actually, she's either you are in love with her, or she's just a nice person, because the Queen of Cups is kind of nice and sweet and not mean at all. And so that's kind of counterintuitive, right, to what we've been saying up to this point. So I don't think the problem was that this person was like a jerk or sleeping around with other people. So there has to be something else going on why you couldn't get it together. And it feels like that it's a work situation for the Cancers that this is resonating with. I have an Eight of Wands on the deck and an Eight of Wands right here. It's almost like there's still this energy of wanting to go towards it, especially since there's a Page of Pentacles on the bottom, and that's seeing somebody, dating somebody, giving somebody an offer, seeing somebody face to face. Or maybe when you see this person face to face, there's a lot of communication and that type of thing. But it almost feels like, because the Eight of Wands here is followed by the Five of Wands, maybe that communication causes conflict. You seem to be coming out as the King of Wands, and you came out as the Emperor. So you might have a very strong personality. I mean, Cancers are generally seen as fairly gentle, but that doesn't mean you don't have other placements in your chart that make you more of a King of Wands or an Emperor underneath the covers kind of a thing. So it could be that when you communicate with this person, if you really are attracted to them, that may start to come out and may cause conflict because it's at work. Or you may not understand, because there are two cards of confusion here. The Nine of Swords clarified by the Seven of Cups is somebody who's in their head, they're confused, not entirely sure what they're supposed to do, and it can be very stressful. And then the High Priestess is kind of, again, trying to get in touch with your intuition, or trying to go within and kind of holding back. So it's almost like, I really almost feel like you're both just two very strong personalities for whatever reason. King and Queen of Wands. It looks like, when you look at this Eight of Wands, you can kind of see how aggressive Eight of Wands energy can be perceived. I don't know. You both may just be very strong personalities, and it causes conflict here. And even though there's a lot of attraction, these other rando factors of possibly being at work, possibly not understanding each other, stressing each other out. I would say if this turns out to be an air sign with this Lovers and this Magician back here, I think water signs and air signs do oftentimes have a difficult time understanding each other. How do I explain this? Air signs think their feelings, and water signs actually feel their feelings. So it's a very odd thing to try to understand that about each other. And air signs can be seen as fairly callous. I know because I'm an air sign. So they can be seen as somewhat unfeeling, but it looks like you know enough about this person to realize even though they're bold, they're not mean-spirited, I don't think. Oops, as I dropped the Queen of Cups. Now, I think sometimes the communication can get a little dicey from what I can tell from this, but I don't think it's purposeful meanness anyway. You may just, it almost feels like you just rub each other the wrong way a little bit, and maybe that's why the relationship didn't work out in the past. Again, it feels like this weird undercurrent of feeling like this, you want to manifest this person almost like their wish fulfillment, but you just know there's so much conflict, possibly situational conflict, between the two of you. So I think you're a pretty good energetic match. I just think there's maybe a communication problem here. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Hopefully that resonated, and I will see you next time.